given by the Einstein. And what I have told, in view of Einstein looked at the wave in a different, you can say, with idea. What different idea he was? He told that actually radiation travels not in form of wave, it travels in the form of energy packets. One energy packet he called photon. One energy packet he called what? Photon. And he told that the energy of one photon is given by E is equal to h nu. Where h is what? Planck's constant. Planck's constant, and its value is 6.6 into 10 to the power minus 34 joule second. And nu is what? It is frequency. So as per the Einstein, photon is actually, is the board shining? Now, now I think it is okay. Okay, good. So nu is frequency of light. Nu is frequency of light, right? Frequency of the radiation. So Einstein told that actually the energy of radiation is not the function of intensity, it is the function of frequency. E is equal to h. Okay, and now what his theory is about photoelectric effect, let us see. He has given some points, let us write those points. First, we are talking about Einstein theory of photoelectric effect. We are talking about Einstein theory of photoelectric effect. Okay, what his first point is, just wait. Okay. Okay. What his first point is, he told that actually that photoelectric emission is the result of elastic collision. Is the result of elastic collision between photon of incident radiation, photon of incident radiation, and electron of metal surface. So as per him, photoelectric effect. What is that photoelectric effect? We have already talked about that. When radiation falls on a metal surface, then electrons get out of the metal surface. That we have discussed. Okay. So what he told, actually, it is the result of elastic collision which happens between photon of what? Photon of incident radiation and electron of the metal surface which is already there. I should write free electron of the metal surface. Free electron, not those electrons which are inside the atom. We are talking about free electrons of the metal surface. Have you got this point? Tell me yes or no. Yes? Tell me yes or no. First point is clear to everyone? Okay, good. Now let us move to the second one. Let us move to the second point. Second point is very important. Second point is very important. Listen to me. What is that second point? Second point told that when photons fall and it strikes an electron, then the energy of photon, the energy, the energy of photon is actually used in two ways. Is used in two ways. The first part of energy is to liberate the electron, energy to liberate the electron, and the second part plus the rest of the energy. The first part of the energy is used to liberate the electron, to make the electron free out of the surface of metal, and the second part plus kinetic energy of electron. Kinetic energy of electron. Is it clear? Whatever energy is given by the photon, it is used in two ways. The first part of energy is used to liberate the electron from the metal surface, and the rest of the energy, whatever energy is left, that energy is given to the electron in the form of kinetic energy, so that the electron can travel from one plate to another plate. Have you got this? Have you got this? Energy of photon is used in two parts. Just wait. So today videos uploaded. Yesterday videos I cannot upload because there was some problem with the Divine Monapur account. Okay, password was changed by someone and we didn't know the password. Today I'll upload this video as well as the yesterday's video. Okay, both videos. I have kept the videos. I'll upload. Okay, so let us come back to the point. Energy of photon is used in two ways. Energy to liberate the electron from the metal surface plus kinetic energy of electron. So energy of photon, let us denote it by E, is equal to. Now what is the amount of energy which is liberate electron? That amount of energy is called the minimum energy required by an electron to step out from the metal surface. That energy is called, anyone? Yes, that energy is called work function. Ankita, very good. Work function, good. Work function. Work function is denoted by W naught plus kinetic energy of electron. That is your K into E. That is your kinetic energy. So this is the equation. This is an equation which denotes that the energy of photon is used is in work function. Yes, Nargis, good. Work function it is called. Work function plus kinetic energy. Work function plus kinetic energy. Now that energy of photon, if we take out the value of kinetic energy from here, so value of kinetic energy comes out to be what? Energy of photon minus work function. Or kinetic energy can also be given as energy of photon is given by h nu minus w naught. Okay, and one more thing, this h nu. Now that work function is also a kind of energy only, and that energy can be written in the form of h into nu naught. What is that nu naught? Nu naught is threshold frequency. Nu naught is threshold frequency. Okay, so nu naught is the minimum frequency at which the electron can come out. Below this, photoelectric emission is not possible at all. H is multiplied to it. So basically, H multiplied by frequency, it is the energy. So basically, what energy required to liberate an electron, to make an electron free from the metal surface. So W naught can also be written as H nu naught. So kinetic energy will be given H if we take common, nu minus nu naught. All these lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, all these are formula for solving the numericals. In some numericals, H is given, nu is given, kinetic energy is being asked, work function is given. If threshold frequency is given, kinetic energy is asked. So here we have three variables. Out of those three, two variables will be given, one variable will be asked. So all these will be a formula. Basically, this equation, let us give it 1 and let us give it 2. This equation number 1 and equation number 2, they are called Einstein photoelectric equations. They are called Einstein photoelectric equations. They represent the phenomena in a correct way. Have you got that? Raise your hand or tell me yes or no. Yes. Good. Okay. So this equation, I think it is clear. This equation is clear to everyone. Kinetic energy of electron h nu minus nu naught. Okay. H in bracket nu minus nu naught. What is nu? Nu is frequency of incident radiation. What is nu naught? It is the threshold frequency. It is the threshold frequency. H Planck's constant, K is kinetic energy of electron. Is it clear? So these are the 2 points. One more point is there. So please take the screenshot if it is required. Otherwise, I am sending the notes. Yesterday, I have sent the notes. Have you gone through that? Okay, let us move ahead now. Third point is the third point is all the photons all the photons are not capable of taking the electron out from the surface. Why is it so? There are so many electrons the metal have, so many electrons. Very few electrons are there which are at the surface, just below the metal surface. Some of them are very not at, suppose this is the metal surface. So some electrons are here. So they require the energy equal to one function. But if one free electron is somewhere here. So it needs some extra energy to come out of the surface because from here till here to move, it needs some energy. If an electron is here, then from here to the surface, if it tried to move from here to the surface, then also the energy is required. Is it clear? So if we put 100 photons on the metal surface and we expect that 100 electrons will come out, it will not be happening. Is it clear? If we put 100 photons, out of those 100 photons, less than 5% of photons are capable to take the electrons out. Is it clear? So this is the third point. Less than 5% of photons are capable to take the electrons out because all the electrons do not require the same amount of energy to come out of the surface. Is it clear? Is it clear? So third point is less than 5% of photons are capable of taking electron out. Taking electron out of metal surface. Metal surface. Okay, this is the third. So this is all about Einstein theory of photoelectric effect. First point says that the photoelectric emission is the result of elastic collision between photon of incident radiation and electron of the free surface. Second statement says that the energy of photon is used in two ways. One is work function. What is work function? To liberate the electron from the metal surface. Other is rest of the energy will be given as kinetic energy. And the third point says that less than 5% of photons are capable of taking an electron out from the metal surface. Is it clear? All the 3 points are clear? Yes, tell me. Anyone is having any doubt? Okay. Now let us move ahead. Let us move ahead now. So now I'm going to explain photoelectric effect with the help of Einstein. I'm going to explain photoelectric effect with the Einstein theory. How we can explain? Let us see. The first point. How that current was increasing with the increase in the intensity of incident radiation. When the intensity was increasing, you you must be remembering that the graph was between current and intensity was like this. It is current and it is intensity. So the graph was a straight line. Graph is straight line, it simply says that what? With the increase in the intensity, current increases. Now we have to explain this fact with the help of particle theory. In particle picture of light, increase in the intensity means number of photons falling on the surface per second should be increased. In particle picture, the intensity of light means intensity of radiation means what? Number of photons striking the surface, striking the surface per second. Okay, so basically, if we are increasing the intensity, basically, if we are increasing the intensity, then what actually we are doing? What actually we are doing? We are increasing the number of photons which is striking on the metal surface per second. Now just tell me, if number of photons is increased, then number of what should be happening with the number of electrons? Will it increase or decrease? Obviously, if you put more photons, then more electrons will liberate. And if more electrons will liberate, then what will happen? Current will increase. So, with the increase in the intensity, number of photons is striking the metal surface, that will increase. And because of, since number of photon is increasing, yes, everyone is correct, increases. If number of photon increases, then the current will also increase. So, this is the explanation of the first part, why intensity, why with the intensity, current increases. Okay, now come to the second point. Second point was why kinetic energy of electrons is independent of intensity of radiation. Okay, it could not be explained with the wave theory. Why kinetic energy of photoelectrons is independent of intensity. Now just tell me, intensity is simply what number of photons is striking per second. Okay, it has nothing to do with energy. It has nothing to do with energy, right? So if number of photons are increasing, but they are falling with the less energy, but they fall on the metal surface with less energy. So kinetic energy says that kinetic energy is actually what? Energy minus work function. So energy is what? Energy is hv. hv minus work function. So kinetic energy depends upon frequency of photon. Frequency of photon, not number of photons. If number of photons are striking the metal surface with a fixed amount of energy, so E is fixed, W naught is fixed, so kinetic energy is going to be fixed. It has nothing to do with intensity of light. Increase in the intensity means number of photons which are striking the surface, they are increasing, but they are having the same energy. They are having the same energy, and if they are having the same energy, work function of the metal does not change. Energy of the photon with the increasing intensity does not change. How that kinetic energy is going to change? So basically, kinetic energy depends upon frequency, not intensity. Is it clear? That frequency. I have not got your question. Who's this? Sorry. Just wait, just wait, just wait. What is frequency in particle theory? Frequency of particle theory is the frequency of the radiation. Frequency of the radiation, that is called particle theory. That frequency is the same. Aditya Yadav. Frequency of the radiation, whatever frequency we have heard, hertz is the unit, per second is the unit, that very frequency. Is it clear, Aditya? Aditya, is it clear? What is this? What is this means? Aditya, you can speak up also. Wave actually is having dual nature. Okay, there are some properties which are going to be common between its particle nature and wave nature. Frequency is one of that. Is it clear? Frequency is one of that. It is going to. Yes, please. Your voice is lacking. Your voice is lacking, dear. Just type your question. Frequency of the wave. Yes, frequency of the wave only. In particle picture, intensity has a different meaning. When we talk about intensity in the wave nature, then it is simply it is distributed about among its displacements around its axis, as I have told you yesterday. But in particle nature, intensity means number of photons. Actually, number of photons is striking the metal surface. Although the basic things are still same. Intensity is basically what? Intensity is energy falling on the surface upon area into time. Is it clear? This is what the intensity is. Now, suppose if number of photons is striking per second increases, then obviously energy increases. And wave nature, energy is distributed here, as I told you yesterday. Okay, so let me complete. So in wave nature and particle nature, intensity have different meaning. But frequency of incident radiation, it will be the same. It will be the same meaning when particle theory, whether we are discussing particle theory or whether we are discussing the wave theory. There are some properties which is, let me again. There are some properties which are going to be common. As let me tell you, after some time you must have heard in chemistry also there are matter waves. The waves associated with the particles in motion. So mass of the particle will not change if we are talking about wave nature of particle. Instead, we talk mass into velocity together, momentum. Momentum is associated with the wave nature of the particle. So there are some properties which are going to be common. Yes, Aditya? Got that? Okay, good. So, kinetic energy depends upon frequency of incident radiation and does not depend upon intensity, right? It does not depend upon intensity. Okay, let us do third point. Third point was very interesting. It was about threshold frequency. Wave theory could not explain why this threshold frequency even exists. Okay, because in the wave theory, energy is the function of intensity, but in particle theory, we have made energy the function of frequency. So now let us say if nu is frequency of incident radiation is less than nu naught. If nu is less than nu naught, if nu is less than nu naught, then what should happen? Just let us we have an equation kinetic energy is equal to h mu minus mu naught. If you put it over there, then kinetic energy of the particle comes out to be negative. Can the kinetic energy be negative? Can it be negative? Does it have some meaning? No, not at all. Kinetic energy of a particle cannot be negative. Potential energy can be, but kinetic energy cannot be negative. Kinetic energy never be negative. Okay, so this is meaningless. This cannot happen. Kinetic energy can never be negative. And if kinetic energy is negative, cannot be negative, if this is meaningless, no, it is lost. Anurag, no. No, Anurag, you are not correct here. Kinetic energy of a particle saying by saying it is negative, it is not happening at all. It is not possible. It is meaningless. It is meaningless. Kinetic energy can never be negative. Potential energy can be negative. In that case, we can say it is the loss of energy. Okay? Kinetic energy can be negative, cannot be negative. Kinetic energy cannot be negative. It is meaningless. It is meaningless. It is meaningless. it is meaningless. From a meaningless result, why this meaningless result has come? Because we have assumed a meaningless assumption. It is not happening. Okay, if nu is less than nu naught, if the frequency of incident radiation is less than the threshold frequency, then electrons are not emitted. If electron will be emitted, then its kinetic energy will be negative, which is not possible. Is it clear to everyone? Yes, it is clear to everyone. Okay, good. Now, fourth point. Fourth point is fourth point. It was not. It cannot be explained in the case of wave theory. Why this process is instantaneous? Why this process is instantaneous? Because in wave theory, it was supposed that wave is having some energy here, wave is having some energy here. It is not transferring its energy at once. But when I say that photoelectric emission is the actually result of elastic collision between the photon and the electron, then actually what I am saying to you, elastic collision, the assumption of elastic collision itself says that the elastic collision is what? Instantaneous. And since one photon is having h nu energy, so this energy is transferred to the electron at once. And that's why it takes very less time in order to 10 to the power minus 8 to 10 to the power minus 9 seconds. And that's why process seems to be instantaneous. Is it clear? Is it clear to everyone? Yes. Tell me. Is it clear to everyone? Good, 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 good. Okay, these are the 4 points. These are the 4 points what we have got from the Einstein photoelectric effect, and we have explained also all the facts. Is there any fact? Aditya, you were asking that how that current increases with the increase in intensity. Have you got your answer? Okay, so this is all about Einstein theory of photoelectric effect. In the next class, we'll try to determine the value of work function and the Planck's constant with the help of a graph. In the same class, we are going to study matter waves. Okay, so this is all for this class. After 10 minutes, right now it is 11:29. Let it be 11:30. After 11:40, we'll meet again. Is it clear? So I'm ending this meeting. We are going to meet at 11:40 again. Thank you.